YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we have finally did it. We have made a TG Snake-Eyes deck. And it took me a while though, almost a day. But yeah, I've been tweaking with the deck. That will end up on 3 different boards. Well, typically the last monster is going to be a different one. But anyway, so the deck has 2 starting lines. You can go with a copy of Black Witch and a copy of Seeker for your Snake-Eyes line. The TG line, you need to have like either a Rocket Salamander, a copy of Tank Grub, or one of the copies for the War Art Thou. These cards right here are gonna be your starter for the TG line, or you're gonna have a copy of 1-for-1. Either way, you're gonna start with a copy of your Ash to the field or a copy of Tank Grub for the 1-for-1. So this is a really good card for level 1 monsters. But yeah, like I said, those are the starters for each of the line. On the end board for yourself, you need to have like a copy of Flamberge Dragon, the Sprite Elf, a copy of Mighty Striker that you can summon Baronne the floor for your opponent's turn. And either you go for a copy of King Deus Ex Machina, or a copy of Dawn Dragster for 3 spell and trap card negates. Or, the last card, you can go for a copy of Tzolkin, set 1 card, and then go for a copy of Crystal Wing. The ratios for the deck is 22 to 18, so 22 monsters for 18 spell and trap cards. If you have a spell and trap card for the Tzolkin line, then it will be easier enough to summon the Crystal Wing, so that's another monster negate. Or you can go with a copy of Borreload Savage Dragon, easier enough I think, so that you don't need to have like a spell trap card that you need to set. Yeah, it's either one of those, not 3. One of those 4 end boards that you'll have. So that's really insane though. You can choose one of those cards. If you don't want the Deus Ex Machina line, you can just remove the copies of these monsters here and go for a copy of Anima and a copy of your a level 10 Synchro monster for the TGs. There are some games where you need to have like a level 10 Synchro monster for the TGs, but it's up to you. But yeah, that's basically the deck there, guys. Not much that I can say about this deck. I did run 3 copies of Rocket Salamander and a 2 copy of Tank Grub, but as I grinded through the ranks, I needed board breakers. So board breakers, the typical of Subversion, the Triple Tactics Talent, and a copy of Harpy's Duster is kinda needed. You can go with the copy of Lightning Storm here, but with the face-up cards that you always have in the field, I don't think Lightning Storm is going to be like too much of a dependable card. So go for these cards as your board breakers. With that, let's go towards the replays first. So without further ado, let's go first for the replays. We are going second, and like I said, there are going to be times that it's going to be like this, and we're going up against branded of all decks. So we have 1 Salamander, 1 Black Witch, 1-for-1 with a copy of Sinful Spoils. This is already a good combo to go in your TG and your Snake-Eyes line. But yeah, regardless, let's see what cards our opponent is dealt with. So he goes with a copy of Branded Fusion, go into a copy of Rebellion, the Searing, sending a copy of, he also got a Tragedy here, so that is really crazy. All we need to do now is just go for Rebellion, but I was just worried if he has a cross out, which luckily he doesn't have. Then gaining access to the Aliber from the Tragedy. So with that, Norma summons the Aliber, gaining access to the copy of Branded in Red. So he's gonna like fuse into a copy of Chimera later on. So yeah, it's still good. And we got Maxi, or we got Maxi, I mean. So go for Black Witch on the field, gaining access to the copy of Seeker since we already got the original Sinful Spoils. Our guy is gonna use the effect of Branded in Red. We will chain with Maxi here. Our guy is gonna show his other back row or last back row, which is called by the Gray, that's what I really wanted to see. At least we can see what cards that he is using here. So he's gonna go for Branded in Red, spell summoning the Chimera, and with that, popping 2 cards on the field, and then gaining access to 1 card. Yeah, really scary though, but. So go for Salamander, go for original Sinful Spoils, gaining access to the Ash, and then going for Poplar. The Sprite the Chocolate, the Snake-Eyes line is just so amazing. Just the copy of Ash to the field will gain you unlimited resources here. So that way we can go for Oak from the Ash, and then the Poplar will be in our back row, and then we can use the Oak for with the copy of the Flamberge Dragon on our back row. And then spell summon the second copy of Flamberge Dragon here. So we go for Flamberge Dragon, use the effect, put the Chimera to the back row, and then Salamander will tribute itself. Go for a copy of the Mighty Striker since we have full combo already. Like I said, Salamander is always going to be a full combo for your TG line. Tank Grub. And don't worry, we'll showcase the combo with the end boards that I was referring to you about or talking to you about. So in case he has Board Breaker in hand or the Nibiru or something, we better just summon Baronne on the floor and then Dragonair on the field. Since TG is going to be our last line of combo, we can still do it. Yeah, that's basically it. Really fun. Let's go towards the combos that I was talking to you about earlier. Alright guys, so here we are with our first combo. So 1 out of 4 combos I'm going to showcase you guys here. The Seeker and the Black Witch are starters for your Snake-Eyes, and the Where Art Thou is going to be a starter, or the 1-for-1, or even one of the TG level 1s are going to be a starter for your TG line. We got the Seeker, of course. We go for the Seeker. Let's say we don't have a Black Witch. Search for a Black Witch here. So we go for the Snake-Eyes line first and then go for the TG later. So go for Black Witch, sending the second copy of, or sending a copy of any card to the graveyard. Use the effect of Black Witch, gaining access to the original Sinful Spoil. Since we already have it, might as well gonna get a copy of either one of these cards. Original Sinful Spoils, spell summon the Ash to field. Ash to the field, use the effect, gaining access to the Poplar. Poplar here will be spell summon to the field, gaining access to the field spell. Go for the field spell, setting up our Flamberge Dragon there. Link off the Poplar to the Linkuriboh, and then use the effect of Poplar to put it in the back row. There we go. Use the effect of Ash. Send the Poplar, spell summon the Oak to the field. Use the effect of Oak, spell summon a copy of any card here. Spell summon to the field. That's an additional body that we'll need. Use the effect of Oak. Send the Flamberge from our to our graveyard. Use spell summon the last copy of Flamberge, and then use the Flamberge in the graveyard to spell summon the last 2 level 1s. So there we go. And with this, we go for a copy of IP Masquerena. IP in the field. Oh, we forgot to get our copy of what you call this? The Tank Grub. So add that one to our hand, and since we still have our normal summon, of course. So with that, we go for our Sprite Elf. Use the effect of Flamberge. Put IP Masquerena in our back row. And with this, normal summon the Tank Grub. Go for the TG. And there we go. Mighty Striker is going to be used. So we're going to summon Deus Ex Machina here. Yeah, we don't need that. There we go. TG all clear. Pop the Strikers. Get a copy of Serpent first, and then use the effect of Striker to send the Salamander to the graveyard for an additional body. Go for Salamander with the effect of all clear. Normal summon an additional TG monster. Special summon this one here. And with that, we go for a copy of Guardian. Now the Guardian is really good though. An extra summon for our TG, and it bounces back 1 card. So we go for Guardian, we go for a copy of Salamander since Serpent has already used its effect. And then use the effect of Guardian, spell summon the Salamander. There we go. Use the effect of Salamander since we have a face-up machine TG monster. Spell summon the Serpent to the field. So the Guardian is a tuner. We go for Dragonair here. And like I said, Deus Ex Machina is going to be on the field. But yeah, don't use the effect of Dragonair here because you'll be locked into TG monsters. So that's going to be sad. But here we go for Sprite Elf first. Go for Mighty Striker. That's for our interruption during our opponent's turn. For this gameplay, we're going to go for Deus Ex Machina here. There we go. And then last card. So that is our board. That is our first board. So we have 1 interruption for a Mighty Striker, going for the Flamberge Dragon. Flamberge will spell summon the Masquerena to the field, and if our opponent uses a monster effect, we can just absorb it. The additional bodies will be a fodder for the IP Masquerena to go into a copy of your Appaloosa. So that's really insane. Or you can go for Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, 1 boss monster from your opponent's side. Also, you have 1 draw from the Seeker. Insanely good. Let's go towards our second combo. Alright guys, so here we are with the board. So this is your setup here. Then it's always going to be the last monster that's going to be different. So it's going to be like a Dragster, a copy of Deus Ex King Machina, a copy of Borreload Savage, or even a copy of Crystal Wing. I will be removing my face here and just going towards the combo so it's easier enough for you guys to follow. But anyways, that is it for today, guys, and I'll just continue on with the combo. Yeah, like and subscribe for more contents like this. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and here are the combos.